Alright, so let's get started. What we covered in today's session, that's what we're going to look at right now. We are inside of Sketchup and we've got the large tool set, and we're going to go to File, Import, and we're going to choose our DWG files, which are already to scale. So we're going to put in the wall plans just like so, press close, there they are, and we're going to do the same with the front elevation. So File, Import, and Wireframe Front Import. There we go. Click close. There we are. Now we need to rotate this one, and we need to do that on the X axis. Okay, and let's just snap that there, and I'm going to type in 90. There we go. And now I'm going to move this into position. So I'm going to select that, use the move tool, and then drag that just here. Let's check that's in place, and it is. That's really good. Alright, so now it's time to go to parallel projection and standard views front, and we can start to draw some of these walls. So I'm going to use the pencil tool. I'm going to click on this point here, go round the outside edge of this wall, click and click again, and now I can orbit around with my middle mouse, use my push-pull tool, and the wall thickness is 415, enter. Okay, now that I've done that, I need to make a group and hide it so I can draw the next wall. So camera, standard views, front, shift on the middle mouse to pan across. I'm going to use the pencil tool again, click, and this one goes just to the first floor, so I'm going to click here and here, zooming in to make sure I get the corner just there, and click. Okay, so I pan, orbit around, use the push-pull tool, and type in 415, enter, and this one's going to be a component, so triple click, right click, make component. This is front wall. There's my component, press create, done. Okay, so I'm going to hide that one now. The next one we're going to need, again, camera, standard views, front, and I'm going to do the rear wall here. So pencil tool, click and click, doing the bottom edge, back up and click. There we go. Let's orbit around, use the push-pull tool, and 415, enter. Alright, so this one can be a component as well. So make component rear wall, create. Good. Alright, so going on from here, I'm going to go to the top view, standard views, top, and we're going to choose file, and actually I'm going to move the rear wall while it's on its own, so selecting that and using the move tool, and it snaps on the y-axis. That's the green line, which is really good. Let's zoom in and check that it's in position. It is. Alright, so now we're going to do edit and unhide all. So we have this wall here, and we're going to move that into position on the y-axis as well, just like so. And this one is very close as it is, so let's select this one, use the move tool, and just take that into place. Lovely. Okay, so we can orbit around, and we can see now that that one's gone lower, so I need to make sure that it's in the correct position. So I'm going to use the move tool again, and I'm making sure that it's on the z-axis. Okay, that's good. Right, so we need to copy some of these. First thing I'm going to do is draw the little piece of wall just here. So I'm going to use this square tool, draw on the face. This is going to be 415, 415, and we get this little square. We're going to use the push-pull tool to drag out from there, and we're going to snap it to the edge of this one here, and then I'm going to drag this one to the top like so. This piece of wall can be a group as well, so it doesn't stick to anything else. Alright, so we can repeat this piece a couple of times. So I am going to select this piece and this piece, then use the move tool by grabbing this point here, press the control key once and it will snap into position. Do the same thing, move from that point, press the control key once, snap into position, and I'm going to do that one more time. I know it won't be quite in the right place, but I will just be moving it back a little bit. So I'm going to delete this wall, change to my top view, and there we go. And now I can move this in on the Y axis, just into position like so. Okay, that one also needs to go all the way to the floor. So you remember we made this into a component, so I'm going to right click it and make unique, and that means that I can change it without it affecting any of the others. So I'm going to click on here and snap to the floor. Alright, so that's looking good. Let's look at the back now. So I'm going to double click here and we're going to draw a rectangle just here. Use the push-pull tool and bring that into position. Let's get a better angle. There we go. Triple click, right click and make group. So now that I've done that, I'm going to select this one as well. Use the I'm going to use the move tool from this point here, so press Control and click. Do the same again, press Control and then click when it snaps. Let's move over a little bit, click, press Control and then snap, and one more, press Control and snap. Good. Okay, so you can see that we're producing walls very quickly. Alright, so now let's duplicate some of these. So I'm going to select this wall here, use the move tool, just snapping there, press Control key, snap that into position, and we can do the same with this one here. So I'm going to grab a bottom corner, press the Control key and snap into position, and I need to do the same here. I'm going to grab a bottom there, make sure that I am sticking on the green. Now I might need to change my camera view to the top so I can check that that's in position. Great. Okay, so we've got I moved it when I shouldn't have. There we go. I didn't make a copy. So let's go back to the camera, standard views top, pan around, grab that, make sure I press Control, make sure I've got the green line highlighted. Okay, that's looking great. Okay, so now most of this is a case of doing the more standard walls, but before I do that I need to create a special double angled wall here and to here. We need to copy that one as well. So camera, standard views, top. I'm going to take this wall now, so using the move tool, click and press Control, make sure I've got a copy there. And now I'm ready to do the double walls. Alright, so for this I'm going to select this, right click, choose invert selection and then hide, so that I've just got the front view here. I'm going to choose camera standard views front, and let's draw the double wall. That's going to be this one. Zoom in to make sure you get exactly the corner shapes that you want. Remember to hold the shift key to pan around. Go all the way back. There we go. Let's orbit a little bit and use the push pull 415. Okay, that's a good wall. That's going to be useful. Triple click and make group, and let's hide that. And then camera standard views front, let's pan across. We need this one and this one, this one and this one. So again with the pencil tool, making sure that I'm getting right into the corner, get exactly the edges that I need. This is a double wall, so back to here and to here. Okay, so we've got our wall there. Let's use the push pull 415, enter, triple click and make group and hide. Oh, okay, so let's make sure this is correct. So triple click and make group. Let's choose hide. Okay, so now we're going to do the last angled wall. That's going to start here. It's going to go around here, all the way down to here, making sure it snaps to the bottom edge. There we go. And push pull tool again. So 415, enter, triple click and make group, edit, unhide all, and camera standard views top. Alright, let's see what we've got. So we've got this one here which we need to move up. Let's say this one here is a double wall as well. Let's check. That is the back wall. Okay, so camera standard views, camera standard views top. We're going to move this one all the way up here, keeping it on the y-axis, just like so. We need to move this one as well, keeping that on the y. There we go. And this one is supposed to go just here. Okay, so that is all of the angled walls done. Now it's a case of adding some of the more straightforward walls. So I'm going to hide the front elevation, so it's a bit more straightforward, and let's get cracking. So double click and use the push pull tool and drag that into position, and let's see other places where we can join things up. So I'm going to get my rectangular tool, snap, and make sure that that is snapping into position. That's not right. Let's try again. Let's go from this side to this side. Great, that's better. Use the push pull tool. Let's pan up a little bit and triple click, make group. So there's a lot of selecting and making the groups. That's what you got to do in this building, okay, because you've got to stay organized. Alright, so adding other walls is fairly simple. All we need to do is draw around the lines that we have in the plan, and they should all snap accurately into place. Let's rotate that around. There we go. So we've got a wall. Again, just using the push pull tool to bring that up, and we'll find another wall to match with that, something like that, and we will triple click to make that group so that we can change it without it sticking to anything else in the future. Okay, so we keep building up the walls like that. We got some more in here. It might be helpful to change back to perspective view to make it easier to make our selections. So let's go around these parts and create our wall just here. You do have to be careful if you are drawing in 3D view that you might get lines that are stuck up in funny angles, so let's undo that. Control Z. And it might also be easier to hide everything else. So I'm going to select this floor plan and invert selection and then hide everything else. So now there's a lot less chance of things snapping where they shouldn't. So back to top view, pencil tool, just following the lines, clicking into position. Okay, so now we've got something that we can apply the push-pull tool to again, just like so. And again, we want to triple click and make group. Stay really organized with your file. That's really important. Let's do edit and hide all, and we can see what we're starting to get here. If I need to adjust the height of this wall, I can do so. I just use the push pull tool, and I might match it up to the bottom part there, and it's starting to come together. Okay, so in our next session we're going to be adding our floors and roofs. Before we finish today, let's add our columns to the front. So I'm going to get this square tool here and make sure that it's blue. This is 700, 700, and then I'm going to push pull that down here. I'm going to triple click this and make this one a component called column. Okay, I'm going to use this one again, and if I wanted to modify it or change it, I could, and it would change all the others. So press Control so you can make a duplicate, and let's do another one. So Control and duplicate, and then Control, and then we've got one there as well. So there are our columns. So yeah, it should be starting to look something like that now. I am going to open another file so you can see where we're headed. So we won't have these roofs, so I'm going to delete, I'm going to hide these temporarily. Okay, so let's right click and hide, and we won't have the floors in there, but we have the walls, and this is where we're headed. All the external walls done for our building. Okay, so I want you to have a go with selecting and grouping, making groups and components, and adjusting things to the plans and elevations. Thanks for watching.